star, radiant love, lady in yellow, shining shimmering, lady in yellow, beauty endlessly, truth in harmony.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Michael, would you give us the time and the date, please?
Yes, the time is 1:38 p.m. Pacific Time. The date is January 27th, 2019. We are here in our upstairs great room in our beautiful home in Mission Viejo, California, USA. We are welcoming some very special friends today.
Yes, we are. Today is a very special day because we have so many wonderful friends that have come to visit us, and they want to talk about the worldwide religion of love. Now I want to introduce you to each one because it's very important that you know who they are and where they are. And I'm sure Michael will make sure that you see at some point in this interview. In our green chair, just to the left of me, we have Athena. Athena, gray-eyed Athena. She's in a gold robe today, and Michael, if you will write that down. Athena came to us last Saturday and gave us the most wonderful message. She told us that she is part of the new Magisterial Mission that we began on March 17th through the 20th in 2017 to begin this wonderful, wonderful 50-year period. She is under Gabriel, Sanat Kumara, and she is telling us that she is positioned over not just the Earth, but also above Mars. She is in charge of being a peacemaker to Mars and the Earth. She is saying, don't say I'm a warrior goddess anymore, not forever. She is putting away her spear. She is putting away her sword. She's putting away her shield with Medusa's head on the front. She is putting away all attributes of war and aggression. She says the Earth and Mars both need peacemakers. And she is going to be one of those peacemakers. So she did tell us one thing, though. She said, don't say that I'm putting away all attributes of war. She said, some. Sounds like it's all, but she's saying some. So I guess that this magisterial mission, we're finding out, is for more than just our Earth and our people. It is also for the Mars planet. She's saying the people have been held for a great length of time, but they will be freed within the magisterial mission time.
Of 50 years.
Of 50 years, yes. And then the most wonderful news she gave us, something that we really should celebrate and be happy for the whole solar system, is Mars will be reseeded by the celestials and repopulated.
There you go.
That
As
sounds
part
like
of
a
the
big
magisterial mission, yes?
Yes.
Well, I guess the beginnings
Yes.
of that transformation will be during the magisterial mission.
Exactly. Athena is telling us that the souls that have been on Mars for such a long, long time, I can't even imagine such a great length of time, will be freed during the 50 years of the magisterial mission. And their proper place and rightful place will be taken. They will be restored, so to speak, and have their freedom again. Now, the planet itself will not be reseeded and not be repopulated until after this period of restoring and freeing the population of Mars that have been held for so very, very long. So after that, then they will begin the work. And that will be a glorious thing for the whole solar system. Does that mean anything?
Keep going.
So that's our Athena, and that was her message on last Saturday at 10 in the morning. We were so happy that she came. We had been planning on meetings with her actually in December, but it didn't work out. So now we are overjoyed that she has come to give us a meeting last week, and she is here today. Our second chair, which is the King Tut throne chair, I'm sure all of you recognize it. It's an exact copy as far as size. Of course, it doesn't have real carnelian inlaid or anything like that, cloisonné. But it is a good representation of the original King Tut chair, and it is the correct size. So as you can see, it's not too large. You know, you'd think it would have been a lot bigger, but it's not. So we have, of course, in that chair our Universal Father. Our Universal Father in the King Tut chair, and he is wearing a royal robe of red, and it's not a robe. It is a outfit of a shirt and pants. That is really unusual. I've never seen the Father in anything but a robe.
Well, we've seen Maitreya.
Yes.
In shirt
yes.
and pants.
Oh, of course.
And also the Infinite Father Spirit, Father Fortuna.
Yes, he was very
Yes.
modern.
Yeah.
But I have never seen the Universal Father or Mother in anything but a robe. But he is not appearing that way today. It's a new year. Maybe he's becoming, I suppose, a more familiar friend of ours. So maybe he's more comfortable in something more like we're wearing. Michael is wearing a nice long sleeve shirt and slacks, and it looks like he's getting into that too. So thank you, Universal Father, for coming today. Red shirt and red slacks. Wow, that's wonderful. And I might say too that he is wearing long sleeves like Michael is. So. Our third chair is one of our dining room chairs, because we always have to gather chairs from the whole house, usually, to bring up here. Today, actually, we do have 7 celestials that are in the chairs with us, but we also have 3 Paradise Daughters. The Paradise Daughters that we have been told will travel with Venus when she appears incarnating on this earth as a woman of about 49 years old. And she will be traveling with them, but they will not be incarnating for that 2-year period of time with her, but she will be. She will be. And her color, she's telling us, is yellow. She is not wearing yellow today, but when she comes. Hello, Alex. How are you?
Good.
This is our son, Alex, Alexander Wilson.
You can stand up straight.
Yes, and come over here just a little bit. Don't sit down, please. Just come over right there.
The camera's
Okay.
right there. You're
Yeah,
blocking the camera.
yeah, so we want you to be seen. Alexander, did you have a couple of questions for the Universal Father? We have just been talking about him. He is in the King Tut chair, and you can direct your questions. Stand up straight, please.
Those ideas you had, what were they?
Yes, we were at a meeting with the Universal Mother, actually, and we were told that the Universal Father would be giving Alexander some ideas for his stories. Universal Father, do you want to give him the ideas right now? He's saying he has quite a list, and we're going to be talking about the worldwide religion of love today, but he's saying that he likes what you've done, but he wants you, number one, to include more celestials. Do you want to tell him anything about those right now, or no? But include more celestials than you have originally thought. Include more. That there are so many that are trying to help. He wants you to include more planets, not just the Earth. In other words, the planet Mars now is being included in the Magisterial Mission. And he would like you to include Mars because those people need a lot of prayers and a lot of wonderful thoughts and positive thoughts sent to them and love. So Mars he wants included. Really right now, just Mars and our planet Earth, because those are the two that he'll be working with for the next 50 years, but predominantly. And he will give you more suggestions the next time. He has quite a few.
Okay.
Thank you, Alexander. Okay. In our third chair, our dining room chair, and that is our Universal Mother. Now, a lot of times when we see her, she will wave. She will go like that, you know, kind of like Queen Elizabeth. She will go like that. She is in green today. So we have, it's not a bright green, it's a very soft green. Our Universal Mother. Thank you for coming, Universal Mother. She's going to be giving us later some ideas for us. Not, I mean, you guys are not just giving Alex ideas. She's giving us ideas for our planting, for our flowers and bushes in the backyard where our temple is. But she says that won't begin now until February. So, thank you, Universal Mother. Our next chair is a brown desk chair, a swivel chair that Michael uses in the corner of the room. And he does a lot of his songs in that area. And Father Fortuna has been contacting him.
Yes.
Because the communication center in his room is right above his desk there in the corner. It's in an eastern corner. The south is to my right, and the east is to my left. In the next chair...
What's he wearing?
Oh, I'm sorry, of course. Here we are. The Universal Mother was in a soft green.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you're doing the fourth chair.
Now, the fourth chair, I'm sorry, I thought you meant the last chair, is a desk chair. And we have Gabriel. And Gabriel is also known as Sanat Kumara
Yeah,
in
that's
Theosophy.
Ascended Master tradition.
Yes. And he is also wearing red. It's interesting, they told me to wear red. There's quite a bit of red in the room already. Thank you. Thank you, Gabriel, for coming. Gabriel was so sweet. On one meeting we had, it was a gathering outside. One of the very first that we did the video of.
Yeah, that was in Maitreya's temple,
Yes.
our backyard temple.
And Gabriel told us that he would try to come to every meeting, every gathering, every worship service that we held in this room, in the temple, in the downstairs, the patio, wherever it might be, that he would try and come and support.
And he has been faithful to that.
Yes, he
Every
has
single
been.
team meeting, every single gathering, from that point on, every single team meeting, every single gathering, every time we meet, for meeting time with celestials, he's there.
And I want to mention too something about him is that we had a meeting not very long ago with some Urantia readers, and Gabriel was the predominant speaker to us.
That was December 27th.
Yes.
That was right up here,
Yes.
December 27th.
And Gabriel was so kind to be the person that really gave out the answers to the questions that the Urantia people had, and we so appreciated his giving support
Yes.
in that effort, because Urantia people want to know what's going on here, who are these celestials, what are they doing, and that's what we want to know too.
And what Diane means by Urantia people is that we are part of the Urantia community. We read the Urantia book, study the Urantia book. For those of you that may not know us, I'm a past president of Urantia Book Los Angeles Society, and also past education chair for Urantia Book Los Angeles Society, UBLA. And Diane was also involved on the governing
Yes.
committee and hospitality chair. The Urantia book is read all throughout the world. Was published in 1955, 196 papers, about 2,097 pages, of the synthesis of science, religion, philosophy, history of the earth, cosmology. It's got some wonderful things in it for us as a guide in our spiritual journey, our ascending journey up toward the Father in paradise. So we are involved in the Urantia community, but we're doing something. We're doing something new also. We are involved with meeting with all of these wonderful celestials who are working at this time on Earth to help uplift our Earth. There are a variety of programs. There's a 10-year plan with the local universe father and mother. There's the Magisterial Mission with Lord Maitreya. There's also what we're going to talk about, I hope, a lot today, because I'm sure people in the Urantia community want to know a little bit more about the worldwide religion of love.
Yes.
So these are three very big programs that they're introducing to the Earth at this time to help uplift our Earth. And Gabriel here, in our fourth chair, is involved in
Absolutely.
a lot of it. We're not quite sure exactly how much, but we do know that he and Mother Venus, Lady Mother Venus, will be instituting this worldwide religion of love. As Diane mentioned, Gabriel's consort Venus will be incarnating in 2020 to start the beginnings of this.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. And Gabriel will be bringing truth. That's what we've learned so far, that Gabriel will be bringing a truth aspect to this new worldwide religion of love, whereas Mother Venus will be opening the hearts of people to receive more love and give more love. And Gabriel, who, about a year ago, I guess he came to us for the first time in meetings, he mentioned that he'll be with us for every team meeting and every celestial gathering. Thank you.
Thank you so
To
much
help-
to give support.
To help give support and to
Thank
help
you.
us to portray what his wishes and what her wishes are for this new worldwide religion of love. And in the process, we found that Gabriel, also known as Sanat Kumara, also known as Hephaestus in the Greek, we found out, he has opened to us that he is also known as the bright and morning star.
Yes.
In the
isn't that
Urantia
beautiful?
book.
That is so beautiful, Gabriel.
Of course, you can read that in the Urantia book, that he is the bright and morning star, the firstborn of the local universe, father and mother. But we've also learned that Gabriel, he is a facilitator for the local universe father's spirit of truth.
Yes. Oh, yes.
The local universe father has poured out his spirit of truth upon our planet, upon other places in the local universe, through working through, where that spirit of truth works through the local universe mother. And we found out Gabriel has privileged us with the information that he is a facilitator of the spirit of truth. And this, his facilitating of the spirit of truth will go hand in hand with the new worldwide religion of love. So I'm sorry to take so much time, Gabriel,
please.
but I just wanted to explain
Please.
what Urantia people meant, Urantia book community, and a little bit about Gabriel's role in the new worldwide religion of love. So Gabriel, we thank you so much for being here.
Oh, yes.
And we have Athena, thank you. She has a special role, as Diane mentioned, in the Magisterial Mission with Mars and our planet too.
Oh, yes.
Universal Father, support for world peace and for this Magisterial Mission. Universal Mother is here. Thank you all for being here. Universal Mother, we know as the Supreme Being
Yes.
in the Urantia
Oh, that
book.
is very important to mention.
She is the Supreme Being in the Urantia book. She's pouring out her blessings upon all creation, all finite creation. She's a supporter too, along with the Universal Father. We don't usually have you two together,
Well, we have some time, but not that often.
so we're very, very
Yes.
happy that you're all here, and I'm sure we'll learn who's in the fifth chair. Moving
Yes,
on.
I want
Thank
to
you.
mention one more thing about Gabriel.
Yes.
A lot of people wonder about how we have faith to do this. And I want to tell you about what happened just quickly here. It was in February of 2014, February 3rd. And we were told by the Infinite Mother, who is not here today, that we would be given to the local universe Mother and Father for a Spirit of Truth ceremony at 3:30 in the morning on February 3rd. We went to bed with anticipation, but when we woke up, we did not remember the ceremony. And we were very sad, but we were given a gift. And the gift was, the minute that I became conscious of the day and opened up my eyes, I saw a banner, a red banner. Red seems to be the color for the day, emphasis on red. I saw a red banner. And this was a real banner. This was a banner that was like of cloth. It wasn't just a vision, it was a real banner. And in the middle of the banner was a face. And that face was Gabriel. He had on red around his head and eyes, a red scarf going with the banner. The banner was not very large, only maybe about 14 or 15 inches out from him, from his face. But his eyes were shown through the red covering over the top of his head, and they were green, and they were actually looking at me. So people do not understand that. Why do we have faith? Because in our conscious body, in our body while we were awake and not asleep, not a vision, we have actually seen, now not all the time, I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying there are times when we actually can see them as people, and not people, again, they don't like that word, but as a person, a living person. His green eyes were real and looking at me. And so for those few minutes, he was there. And that's how we know that something happened that night. Not just that they told us, but when we awoke, there he was. So I just want to bring out this. This is why we have faith, because we are actually shown while we're consciously awake some of these things.
You know, and the visions not only come, but the events make an impact on our lives.
Events. Oh,
now,
of course.
this February 3rd, 2014 Spirit of Truth ceremony that Diane is talking about was an event that propelled us into this new ministry, really full force.
Yes.
Because it was in 2014 that I became president of Urantia Book Los Angeles Society.
UBLA.
2012 to 2014 was my tenure as the education chair. But when I became president, things started moving. We felt it in our lives.
Oh, we did.
We made changes.
Really
We directed all of our efforts and our energies toward building this platform for the gods, building this ministry through which this, with the help of the Spirit of Truth facilitator, could begin a new worldwide religion on earth. So this was a very important time for us, and these experiences mean something.
Well, yes,
we
of course.
feel them in our lives. We don't just necessarily see them in this exchange of ideas or this ceremony that we had, but it changes our lives and moves us in directions to be able to do this work.
Yes, I'm glad that Michael told you about this, because a lot of people wonder, again, how we are so strong in our faith. It's because they told us we would be given to the local universe mother and father for a ceremony. We didn't remember the ceremony, but they let us see Gabriel when we woke up. So, in other words, we knew then that what the Infinite Mother told us was true, because then we were given that gift of seeing Gabriel as someone in the flesh with eyes that looked just like when Michael looks at me. And he was smiling, and this is the reason, because of these things that happen. And then when they tell us things, and then we have things like this happen, our faith just increases and becomes stronger.
Yes.
And becomes stronger. I'm sorry, Mother Venus, we will certainly go on to you. And Michael, can you give us the time?
Right now? It's 2:06.
2:06.
Yes, I'll be going to a choir festival today.
Yes, I am so sorry that we will have to kind of watch the time, as he will be leaving.
But it's a wonderful event, though, because it's a choir
it's
festival
for everyone.
at one of the neighboring churches,
Yes.
where I sing at one of my churches. We have an ecumenical exchange where all the choirs of the churches in that area and the synagogue, they come to sing and offer some scripture and to sing spiritual songs. The choir sings a couple songs each. It's a really nice exchange.
Oh,
The leaders
wonderful.
of each of their churches, they say a little something out of the scripture, out of scriptures that they read in their particular church denomination, temple. So we'll be doing that later.
Yes, we have been to many, 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 many festivals, choir festivals, and they are all so inspiring and so uplifting for everyone who's able to attend.
And Mother Venus says that she will visit
Yes,
every church
Yes.
Every synagogue, every temple, every place of worship, even the place of worship within our hearts.
Oh, yes.
She will visit beginning in 2020 with the new worldwide religion of love. So I'm sure she'll visit all these churches that I'm going to today.
Now we have Mother Venus. She is the reason, of course with her consort Gabriel, but she is the reason that we are having the worldwide religion of love. It is a combined effort, I know, not just with Gabriel, but with everyone that is working under this magisterial mission, with the local Universe Father and local Universe Mother, and of course with the Universal Father and Mother and Infinite Father and Mother sponsoring them. So Venus, we don't know what to say. We thank you. I just want to mention and tell people that I read that Joan of Arc was out in a garden, and that was the first time that she heard the messages from Gabriel and from you, and also a third member who I'm told is Gamaliel. And they approached her for the very first time. And I'm told, and I have read, that in the Vatican or in the Catholicism records, that Joan of Arc said it was Gabriel who gave her her first messages and continued to support her. So Venus, you are bringing forth a new religion of love, and you want it for the whole world. Now you are not in your yellow today, you're in a medium blue. Couldn't you put medium blue? So I'm hopeful to do a drawing of this, and I want to remember what I can of what they're wearing. But you are the focal point. You're going to be arriving in yellow. She's saying, don't forget to tell them that I will have a gold star, 8-pointed star. I won't. I think that's such a beautiful symbol. I know Hercules Invictus said gold. He said, that sounds so lovely for her to have a gold pin as her symbol, 8 points. And people will know her by her yellow gown. You're in blue today, which is lovely. And I want everyone to know that we bought a new statue for Venus. And it's so lovely, and it has red hair. And you do have red hair, and you are going to be appearing as an older woman, 49 or 50, not that that's old. I don't want to say that's old. But red hair, and with your yellow gown and your star. What do you want people to do right now to begin this? What can we do to help you? The first thing she says is, I want people to be very quiet. That sounds rather odd, but what do you mean, Mother? She says there's too much noise, confusion going on in the world today. She says, quiet your heart, quiet your mind, be more quiet. She's saying, listen for the positive, but mainly to be more quiet. Well, Michael, in our life lately we have been unsettled by news and by people who are a little bit more
Noisy.
vocal. So she is saying, be more quiet. But shouldn't we be out there trying to put our views out? She's saying yes, but do it more quietly. So that's what you want us to do to prepare for this. Be more quiet. Do you want more prayer? She's saying, of course, pray as usual, but well, what do you want us to do?
Quiet time.
Quiet time.
Spend some time in quiet solitude, calming your nervous system, calming your mind, taking deep breaths, deep breathing, just quieting the body, quieting the mind, quieting the emotions, and just receive love, receive inspiration, and maybe even talk to the celestials a little bit. Find out what you need to do for the new worldwide religion of love, to open your heart, to receive loving benefits from the celestials, and in that way, after your quiet time, you go into the world and you embody that quietude, that love that they have given during that quiet time.
Yes. Well, thank you for that. That's very important.
I know something interesting, Mother Venus, if I may. I attend a lot of churches. I'm going to one this afternoon.
Yes.
I sing at a Catholic church, and we have a wonderful pastor at our Catholic church, and he gave the message yesterday, very, very important message. He gave the message to find places in our discussions, whether it be politics, social, family, relationship, find common ground in what we discuss. Find those things that we can agree upon, and use the things that we can agree upon as a starting point for positive discussion, as opposed to, I'm right, no, I'm right. And if I'm right, you're wrong. And if we have a discussion and there's no way that you can be right because I'm right, there's no way we can find common ground. So to build relationships, loving relationships, to spread that love and peace on earth, we find positive common ground.
Yes, positive. That's what she wants.
For instance, we all know love.
Yes.
So let's start with the things we know about love, as opposed to, you're a Democrat, you're bad, or you're a Republican, you're bad, you believe this, you're bad, you believe that. So we find common ground. And perhaps that is a way that we can connect with each other a little bit better and be less noisy. You know what I mean? Be less combative. Take a position of love, take a position of acceptance, finding common ground, so there's not so much confusion and dissension.
Well, she's saying
That was
that
a good
definitely,
message from him.
Yes, that was beautiful. She's saying that the most important thing is do not let any argumentative tendencies come in to your speech with others. Be more quiet, patient, positive. She's saying that until this happens, that people bring down the level of noise and ceaseless interchange that is not constructive. She cannot really enter into this new worldwide religion of love. Now she will, of course, but we have to do our part too. She says, give the message out for everyone to be more thoughtful, more caring, more quiet. Quiet. And do it quietly, she says. More quietly. Thank you. Thank you, Mother Venus.
Thank you. I know that we've been challenged many times in some of the things that we are trying to portray that the celestials want us to share with others. We've been challenged many, many times. We've had the opportunity to, fight back or strike back or what have you, or get into an argument or discussion.
A good discussion.
But we've learned that the best way is to continue to do our work quietly, and in that way we can receive more, and we can benefit more people.
So she's saying to talk with people in a more deliberate, quiet manner. And this will help. This will help bring about peace, so that she may enter into this atmosphere in a human body and be able to do her job with enthusiasm. And she is assured of success. She knows that she will succeed, but we need to use this next year. We're in the year 2019 for this earth, and we have to use this year to prepare for her. And preparing for her means to be more quiet. She's saying that it would be nice if people could look to the message that we were given by the celestials, the 554 plan. She says 5 hours of being quiet. She says, can you be quiet for 5 hours? She's asking us. I don't know if any human here can be quiet for 5 hours a day. She's saying, be quiet for 5 hours a day in either prayer, meditation, not reading. That doesn't count. She's saying meditation, listening to music, she says, is an excellent way to do this.
Depends on the type of music too.
Of course. It has to be, it doesn't have to be, it certainly doesn't have to be a choir of angels, but it certainly should be at least something that is more tranquil.
Yeah, maybe something that propels your mind spiritward as opposed to...
Of course.
Making you, as opposed to, weighing you down to the earth, perhaps.
Yes. She's saying now Maitreya is going to try and bring about a 5-hour workday. Now, I don't know.
That's the second component of the 5-1-4 plan, right?
Yes.
5-hour workday.
The first 5 hours is, can you be quiet and not speak for 5 hours? And the second is to have a 5-hour work day that Maitreya is going to try and put in. That is his suggestion and offering. He is not here today, but this was in one of his meetings that he did give us this. She's saying that 4 hours are to do the things you need, the essentials. You have to do shopping and cooking and other activities which are earth-related. And of course, with that, she's saying, you have to sleep well. Be sure that you sleep and get a good night's sleep with all of that. But the main thing, she says, is, can you be quiet for 5 hours a day? She says, if that would happen, that the people would be able to receive her in the manner, the quiet, reflective, joyous manner that she deserves, that she does deserve and does want. And she deserves it because she's doing this for us. It's not for herself, it's for us. She's doing this for us. So her main message today, be quiet, be more quiet, do not speak. Be quiet. Persevere, she says. If you can only be quiet for half an hour, then start there.
Okay.
But try and work up, maybe to the time when she will come. We have 2020,
Mm-hmm.
will be her arrival. And maybe by that time, if people hear this message, they can work toward that. And she's saying, even if you only can be quiet for 2 hours, that would be a tremendous help to the whole planet. She says the noise, she says you wouldn't believe the noise that is generated by this planet as you go up into the atmosphere, that you realize how much noise is being activated here. And it's not, she says, of a calming noise.
Especially lately, it seems, in our experience, or social experience, politics, economics, social.
Venus is saying that she, along with Athena, also has Mars under her jurisdiction
Okay.
for the Magisterial Mission. She's saying she is not actually going to be incarnating on Mars with the people. And she's calling them people even though they do not have their physical body. And I guess you're doing that for us. Thank you. So we understand. But of course, they would be... Would it be their astral bodies, Venus? She's saying, she's not going to say, but she's going to say that they're energies. She said she would rather that we really say energies, that she's saying people for us so we understand, but she's saying it's really energies, that their energies are still very negative as a whole. And she is not going to incarnate into any body that they might see as we will, because we're on a different cycle and a different level here, although it still is a 50-year-old mission for both of us. She's saying the energy is
50-year
there.
mission.
Yes.
50-year mission.
And 2 years.
Not 50-year-old, 50 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And she's saying that 2 years has already lapsed.
Yes. Since
2
March
years.
20th, 2017.
Yes.
Almost 2 years.
Yes. But she's saying their energies have to be pacified. They have to be calmed down, the energies on Mars.
Yeah, on Mars, yeah.
That Athena is going in, and she is going in as peacemakers. They're not going in with the wrath of God, she says. We are going in as peacemakers to try and bring about a lowering of the aggressive energies that are still on that planet, still exist, and they have been contained for so very long, but will be freed with this magisterial mission.
Mother Venus, would you say that you are would you say that you're going to be a peacemaker on our planet for our aggressive energies? Or are you focusing more on the noise that we're creating? Are you working on negative energies like you will be on Mars with us? Or is it mostly the noise that we're creating that leads to disharmony?
She's saying actually methods of peacemaking have already begun on our planet in the last 2 years. And things are better in that regard. She said it's the personal attitude of each person on the earth, that they are still exhibiting too much negative speech and activity. And she says it's not necessary, because Maitreya has been working very hard in the Middle East and with our country and different countries around the world.
The Korean Peninsula
Yes,
is
and the
much
Korean
better.
Peninsula is much
Yeah,
better.
we heard that Maitreya was working there.
Yes, so
Mhm.
she's saying it's not that the, she's having a hard,
Aggressive energies of Mars.
yes,
a
it's
little
not
different.
the same.
Mhm.
What is happening on this planet is that each person needs to be quieter, more reflective, and calm themselves down. She's saying that the peacemaking as far as war and the possibility of that is very decidedly changing toward a better result and
So there are
resolution.
some
Yes, and there's already
results.
some results from that. So she's really saying that it's the personal level of loudness of a person. They need to control their voice a little more, their
maybe their emotions.
keep
Negative
their
emotions.
emotions a little more calmed down,
Mhm.
and do this 5-hour period of being quiet, or at least work toward it, so that she can come in and bring all the beauty and love that she wants to bring.
Mhm. Will you be appealing more to our hearts or our minds, Mother Venus, or a combination of the both? Of both?
She's saying that we have Gabriel, her consort. He is going to bring truth. Not to Mars, but to our planet. He is going to bring truth. And when people see the truth, there will no longer be need for dissension. Because if you have truth in front of you, then you don't have the division any longer, if you actually know what the truth is.
Yeah.
And he will be bringing the messages of truth. Gabriel's message of truth, actually, she's saying, is a little bit late for Mars. So yes, she will be bringing the messages of love to both planets, but not in a way that they can see her on Mars, but in a way that we will feel, and some of us will see her here.
Here.
Yes. Venus, will you actually be visible to people when you're in a human body? And she's saying, wherever I am, they will see me. They will see me. And you are going everywhere in the world. She's saying she's going into every church, every temple, every place of worship. But she is going to every chamber of the heart, because she's saying that's a temple. That's a temple too. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I was very blessed. I think we would agree that we were very blessed to hear that this new worldwide religion of love will appeal to everyone on earth, regardless of their religion,
Yes.
regardless of their race, their
Oh, yes,
background,
of
their
course.
economic situation, because you will not only be visiting every physical church and place of worship, but also in our hearts. And you will appeal to everyone, regardless of whether they're atheist or what have you, that you will enter their hearts. And I assume even if they're a little bit noisy, you'll find a place in their hearts.
She says it will be hard. She says you need to be quiet to hear our voice, and you need to be quiet to receive our messages of love and truth.
Yes.
So if you find a time during the day when you can be quiet, then we will reciprocate and certainly deliver the part that we are to deliver to you. So that, I think, is really an important important message for us to
Yes.
work toward that 5-year plan of being quiet, meditation, and then the second 5 hours for your work, the 4 hours for the things you need to do, and getting a really sound, good sleep.
That sounds like an excellent formula.
She's going to spread her love over Mars. She will not be giving it individually as we think. I mean, everyone will receive it, but it will not be in the same way
Not in
as
their
with
hearts.
us. No. No, not in their hearts. No. No. She will spread it over them. Oh. So, Venus, we thank you. We thank you for this message of being quiet, bringing music, tranquil music into our lives, listening for your messages of Gabriel's truth and your love. Our next chair is Iris. She is delightful. She is in green. She's almost always in green. We're so delighted to hear from her. She's not going to speak, but we are delighted to have you here, and thank you for joining and supporting us. We have Apollo in our 7th chair, and he is in white. He's not in a gown either. He's in like a tunic. Would you call it a tunic? A tunic type of garment. White. You'll put that down. White. And Apollo is not going to speak either. I just wanted to make a point too about our last meeting with Athena, that she said she was coming as justice. Justice. And I thought that was very interesting. She was coming as, she says, don't call me a goddess of war anymore. Call me a messenger for the gods, but I'm bringing you and Mars justice also.
But a loving justice, she
Loving
said.
justice.
It's not a wrathful.
No.
She said it's
no.
not a wrathful war.
No,
We
I just wanted
associate
to bring
with
that up.
war, but a loving justice.
Yes.
Outstretching her loving hand to offer justice to those who have been, if I can remember, to those that have been harmed because of injustices and untruths.
Yes. Yes.
And stretching
exactly.
out her loving hand to provide support and comfort for those who have been harmed,
Yes.
but also to appeal to the ones who have done the harm and have done the injustice through falsehoods and maybe some of their aggressive behavior,
Of
appealing
course,
to
of
them
course.
in a way that might help them to overcome that. And
Venus wants to remind us that we are to also spread the news that after the Magisterial Mission on Mars, the wonderful news that the Celestials have decided to reseed Mars and to repopulate it.
all right.
And she wants that to be a glorious, glorious message for everyone, because this will benefit the whole solar system. She's saying that with all of the Celestials, they are going to make our world a beacon of light for the Universal Father and Mother. And they want Mars to begin a new path, a higher path. And they are going to reseed and repopulate. Will you tell us more about that at a later time, Mother Venus? She will, but right now she wants us to think about that message. Not to make our magisterial mission on our planet any less important, because to be a beacon of light for the whole solar system and for the Universal Father is a joyous event. But she says this planet Mars has been waiting and waiting and waiting for this magisterial mission to occur. They have been waiting for so long, and they will be free now. So that is her message. Thank you, Mother Venus.
Thank you, Mother Venus.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. And I know that all of you who have not spoken today will speak again to us.
And thank you to our
Thank
three
you.
Paradise Daughters who are here.
Oh yes, we don't want to forget them.
Who will be
Thank you,
assisting?
Michael.
Who will be
Yes.
assisting Mother Venus
Yes.
in her in the beginnings of the new worldwide religion of love.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Paradise Daughters.
I do want to mention about the Paradise Daughters because they were the ones that were in attendance when Venus told us about the Magisterial Mission,
That's right.
including her with her worldwide religion of love.
That was out on in our
Yes.
Maitreya's temple in our
Yes,
backyard.
yes. And these three are Paradise Daughters, she says, and they were here with us at that meeting. They will not be incarnating. She told us this the last meeting. But I just wanted to tell you that they were here, and I almost forgot, and thank you, Michael, for
Yes.
reminding me that, because I wrote that down to tell you, because they told me not to forget them.
They just
So-
told me not to forget them.
I'm so sorry. And they're in beautiful pink and rose and
goodness.
silver, and I don't want you to forget writing that down, because I want to draw that with them in those beautiful gowns. So we thank you all, and they are in here now. They were waiting out on the patio, but they are in the room now with us, and we thank you for coming also and joining us, and you'll be joining Mother Venus when she incarnates in 2 years.
And thank you to our
Thank you.
Universal Father for
Yes.
helping us to have world peace
Oh, yes.
on our planet. As Mother Venus
Yes.
said, there are improvements in the area of peace in the last couple of years.
Yes,
We
she's
thank
more
you for your support, Universal
Yeah.
Father, and Lord Maitreya
concerned about us.
has been working on world peace with some of his Melchizedeks
Yes.
and other beings. So
That's wonderful.
that's certainly being felt, and I hope the situation in Venezuela I hope that will end peacefully, and the people of Venezuela can feel more prosperity and more peace, and they can have a better life too.
She wishes everyone to have peace. Athena sends justice with a peacemaker, coming as a peacemaker, no spear, no war attributes. She just wants to make peace with everyone and have them be happy. So thank you all so much for coming. Let's be quiet for a minute. Are they still here? No. They are gone.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
everyone for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.